Bitcoin and Litecoin update. What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. It is Mother's Day, so I want to wish all you mothers out there happy Mother's Day. And if you can't figure out what to get your mom for Mother's Day, how about some crypto? Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at Litecoin and Bitcoin. Take a look at where we're at, and can this bull run continue? My answer to that is hell yes, it can continue. We're going to take a look at that. We are also going to take a look at the bearish scenario, so we have to keep that in mind, but I am still bullish here, guys, as always. So anyways, if you haven't already, we have a free Discord group. Great community. You guys are more than welcome to join. There's a free link to it in the description below the video, along with some other affiliate links that really help the channel out, guys. So definitely check that out. I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's been liking, commenting, sharing. I really appreciate it, guys. You've helped this channel grow tremendously. It's extremely humbling. Also, at the end of the video, we're going to take a look at that Bitcoin daily chart versus the gold weekly chart, see where we're at in that. And then we're going to pick the winner of the free t-shirt for throughout the week. I'm going to pick a random comment, and we'll pick the winner today. So stick around for that. That'll be at the end of the video. Also, don't forget, you can leave a comment today. That'll get you entered to win next Sunday's free t-shirt. So don't forget to do that. And let's get into the video, guys. I'll try to make it quick. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. With that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand side of the screen. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments, guys. Really helps the channel out. I appreciate it. And let's get on with the video. All right. So looking at Litecoin on the daily. And we had been looking at this as a cup and a handle. And it's still looking good, guys. The neckline is right here. And the target of the breakout for that is the measurement of this cup put to the breakout, which would be around $100. If we break that, my target then is around 179 bucks. Now let's get into the 1 hour or the daily RSI, see where we're at on that. Still got more room to move up, guys. Obviously, we've been looking at this rising channel. This is the resistance line, support line. We broke through over here, which was a bear trap. And now let's go into the 4 hour, see where we're at on that. All right, looking at the 4 hour, I know this looks kind of messy, but I keep this here so you guys can see how we played this out. So here's the falling wedge where we broke out, got the big move up, and then we got in a falling channel, broke out of the channel. And if you look here, I have these two new blue lines here where it's a rising wedge. We could be coming back down to touch down here and then pop back up. But a lot of times, guys, if we look at the price action, this downward motion was really just sideways movement in the price action. So we're going to take a look at the price action now. Take a look at the bearish scenario first, as always, and then take a look at what I believe to be the scenario, which is the bullish scenario. So I've also drawn a new wedge in here, if you guys can see it, the blue lines here. Sorry, the chart's kind of messy. All right, so where we're at now, we've hit our $90 target, so I can get that out of the way, try to clean the chart up a little bit. And look for that as support now. If we can get back above it, obviously we're below it now, but I do believe we could possibly move up to it. But we're going to take a look at the bullish or the bearish scenario first. The bearish scenario, guys, we could climb all the way back down, you know, slow motion sideways over to here, which would, I'll put the target in there. The target over there be around, you know, $82 or whatever if we continued sideways, hit the bottom of this and bounce. But also, I want to take a look at this as a rising wedge here, guys. And if we were to continue down here and drop below this, the bottom of this channel again, which is around the 78.50 range, and then hit this, the bottom of this rising wedge, rising broadening wedge, that is. Look for that around, you know, the $76, $77 area. That would be a fast dump down. If we were to break through there, guys, that would be my bearish scenario, which would also zoom out so you can see it, would line up with that $50 to $51 range, which is this bottom trend line here. So that's the bearish scenario, guys. Now let's get on to the bullish scenario and see what we're looking at. All right, I'm looking to bounce back up in this area, bounce back above the 90 and get back up here. And the measured moves for those guys are, this first one here is the 97.75, which that was the move from yesterday, and that was a measured move out of the breakout of this channel, which was right here. I did have that a little high. If we zoom in, it probably would have hit almost perfect. It should have been right there. As you can see, here's my measured move from that channel. When I do these videos in the morning, guys, I don't have a whole lot of time to sit and get everything exact. So just so you know, these are all rough targets, but if you've been watching my videos, you know they've been pretty reliable. So, and now this 116 area, that's a measured move off this flagpole. Looking at this as a huge bull flag, and then the move up, that'd be around the 116 area. So that's what I'm looking at now, guys. Like I said, I am still bullish here, with the possibility of coming back down, testing the bottom of this channel around the $78 range, somewhere in there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and see where we're at on that. All right, so in Bitcoin, looking at the same thing. We're looking at from here, this neckline. I had another one looking at this yesterday as possible cup and handle tip. I took that one out of there. Obviously, we didn't make a handle here, so still looking at this one as the cup and the handle, which we've broken out of. And the measured move out of that, guys, is right up to our $8,200 area. I am still looking at that as our target, guys. That's still my target. And again, I could be wrong. You know, we could come back down and, you know, go to the lower ones. And we're going to take a look at that in a second. Let's get into the daily, and we'll look at the daily RSI. Spread this out a little bit. Man, this is a beautiful chart. It's been a great weekend. All right, so on the daily, same thing as in Litecoin. We have this support here with this rising channel, or resistance here with the rising channel, support down here, which we broke through in this bear trap. And so let's look at the 4 hour now, see what that's looking like. All right, so on the 4 hour, we obviously have some more room to go down, guys, and we'll take a look at where that's at in the price action in a minute. But it looks like a rising channel here, which we could probably come back up in here, and then we'll have a correction probably when we pop out of this, if we don't just continue sideways. So looking at the 4 hour, take a look at the price action here, and we'll take a look at the targets. Excuse me. All right, so these are my targets. Obviously, we hit the 7,000. Now we're looking at the 7,000 range to hold support, and it seems to be holding right now, guys. But I want to look at the, obviously, you watched the beginning. This 96.65 is, hold on, let me go back to that so I could show you. That's my higher target if we're able to break through this 82. And the reason, or the where I get that, is looking at this as the cup, handle, and then the breakout. And that would, whoops, that's the 82. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so that one, I was looking at this as a rising wedge. Look at this line as the top of it, rising broadening wedge, and then this bottom long-term trend line as the bottom of the wedge. And if we take a measured move of that where we broke out, that gets us up to the 96.65 range, guys. And I do believe that is definitely possible. And if we look at where that lines up over here, that's old resistance. Looks to be lining up pretty good, and that's a definite possibility, guys. So I don't care what anybody says, that is definitely possible. Also, you know, everybody's expecting this big correction, which I'm not saying it's not coming, but I think with everybody expecting, everybody's trying to short here and they keep getting squeezed. That's what keeps moving us up. So all right, let's go back to that 4 hour and we'll look at the bearish scenario real quick. Obviously, here's my bullish targets. I do believe we still could be moving up to those. But like I said, there was room to move down in the RSI. So if we take a look at where we're at in that RSI right here. I'll show you real quick that we still have room to move down here, but I believe we'll continue a bounce. If we do break below this, obviously we'll probably have a sell-off there. But first off, that would line up right around, with worst case scenario, right around this $6,700 range, guys, to retest the top of this longer term trend line. Zoom out a little bit. This longer term trend line I have drawn in here, we could be testing the top of that. And I believe if we do break down from that wedge in that my RSI there, could bring us down to the 59.80. And we'll look at that in the gold chart with the golden comparison chart, which I'm going to get into right now. Excuse me. If you guys haven't seen this, check it out. I've drawn trend lines from each peak to where we broke down, and we'll zoom in here in a minute and look at what happens there. If I do want to do a comparison, there is the Bitcoin daily and the gold weekly, and it's just amazing. And patterns play out, guys. That's what the market does. It's all human emotion, and patterns repeat themselves. And it doesn't have to be in the same stock all the time. Motion is always the same. Human emotion is always the same. But we're looking at gold here. No capitulation candle at all whatsoever. And I'm gonna look at this. This is my target here, guys. And this could very well happen this year. And it's around $46,500, somewhere in there. And the reason I get that is if you look at this chart, and I'll look at the weekly gold, that's where it hit. And I put the line in the same spot. 46,500 is a range, guys. If this plays out like this, which I am leaning more and more confident that it will. So, all right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to take a look at how gold bottomed. And I know this is over 20 years or whatever, but guys, this, like I said, a pattern's a pattern, and this seems to be playing out perfectly. And times are a lot faster. We have the internet, we have social media, we have plenty of ways and more accessibility to the, crypto market. Obviously, it's a lot smaller market, so it moves a lot faster also. But as you can see, we had 2 touches on the bottom of this trend line, moved up from there. There was no capitulation candle, guys. None. Zero. Hyperwave is bullshit. Quit believing that crap. I think he got a lot of people ruined, and I do have a video about that. You might want to check it out. Go in my video section, and it's called "What's Really Going On in Bitcoin? Are We Being Bamboozled?" Check it out. That's kind of a conspiracy theory, some people think, but it's a definite possibility. Anyways, obviously, right in here, March 2003, the gold ETF was approved, and look, pow, huge move up. And that's about right where we're at in the Bitcoin chart. We're going to look at that now, do a comparison. Then I'm going to come back over and look at the gold RSI and show you why I believe the bottom is 100% in. And I've been saying it since December, right when it happened. And I made a video back then if you want to check it out. So anyways, all right, looking at those lines I was talking about. First of all, you can see we had 2 touches on this bottom trend line, exactly like the gold chart. Nice rounded bottom, no capitulation candle needed. And each time we hit one of these lines, it was resistance, become support all the way up. We've broken through this last one here, and that's my last resistance line, obviously, other than horizontal lines. But this is an extremely important line to me. It's the last one we had to get through. Now, like I said, we could be coming back down to test this. In the worst case scenario, guys, I'm going to put, whoops, sorry about that. I am going to put a label on here. Worst case scenario is 5771 area would be the top of this, and we could be coming back down to test that. Now, if that's the breakthrough, my next line of support is down here in the 5200 area. And then after that, obviously, we go down to the 4600, whatnot. But these are the areas to watch, guys. And actually, I'm going to put some targets on these just to look at the worst case scenarios, which, guys, I don't believe this is even close to going to happen. Actually, let me move this one down a little more. We'll look at something like that. possible, guys. I don't see it happening. So anyways, watch for these areas. If we do make it down this low and this breaks, then I'd be looking towards the 52.50 range. And if that broke, I'd be looking down to the 45. But again, guys, I don't believe it's going to happen. Obviously, we're doing extremely well right now. The market's looking beautiful. It's funny, every time there's a small correction now, everybody's like, that's it, it's over, whatever. Everybody starts shorting the market, then it goes right back up because they get liquidated. Just amazing how this market works. Anyways, let's go to pick our winner for the t-shirt. And we're going to use, obviously, yesterday's video had the most views, 2,800 views. So let's use that video. Copy the link address. We're going to go over the random comment picker. Put it in here. And obviously, guys, if you watch this before, my name comes up a lot because I try to comment. And I like to correspond with you guys and talk with you guys in the comment section. So let's see. Load the comments and random pick a winner. Of course, me. Like I said, sorry if I mispronounce your name, but it's Elverdoko or Elverdoko. All right, you won the t-shirt. Get a hold of me and we'll get a t-shirt off to you. You get to pick one, whichever you want, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and yeah, we'll go from there. Congratulations, and that's it, guys. So like I said, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below for your chance to win next week. Also, if you haven't already, click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That'll get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, and smash those likes and leave your comments, guys. Really appreciate it. Helps the channel out, and I will see you tomorrow.